Welcome everybody to the A.I.P channel. I'm over here crooked with my headphones and stuff. It's all good. Uh, we got another special show. We've been talking about it for a hot minute. Um, Let me go ahead and bring. There we go. Bring Mr. Jamie Grant on the scene, and we got our special January 6th anniversary show. And there's lots more we're going to talk about more than just January 6th, of course, because California is burning and Facebook wants to be like Twitter now. We got all kinds of cool stuff to talk about.
Let's talk about how we messed the date up that we thought January 6th was on a Wednesday. Where did we go wrong in this planning?
I don't know. I swear we both looked at it. Let me look it
I
up.
thought we did too, man. I had to have looked at last year or something, man.
Now February's
It's
not it.
it's so funny.
Uh,
Yeah, so we when we were talking about this, we initially thought that Wednesday, January 6th fell on a Wednesday, and we've been planning this for a couple months, and I think 2 weeks ago we were like, wait a minute, it's not on. It's Monday. I'm like, what are we doing? It, Whitney was actually here when we were talking about it, and she goes, but I'm flying home on the 8th. That's on Wednesday. I'm like, uh-oh. So yeah, the world is burning, man. There's so much craziness going on right now between Elon Musk buying Twitter, Meta now trying to be the Twitter. I mean, I don't know if you saw, but our boy Dana White is now on the board of directors for Meta.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see that. They stepped up and got um, old Dana White, which he's a smart man, and I don't see why they wouldn't want to get somebody like that, who's a marketing genius really and knows how to do things. And
Right.
um, but it's kind of convenient everything happening right after election. That you know, they it's it's Biden's fault, and uh, everything's
Everything's
Biden's
Biden's
fault.
fault. Everything's Biden's
Yeah,
fault. It's going to be so easy to blame everything that's wrong on Biden because if anybody has clearly paid attention in the last 4 years, everything that's fucked up is his fault. So, I mean, I don't want to keep beating an old dog, but somebody need to whoop his ass like with a wet water hose. Oh man. Um, I don't know, man. See what's been going on. Interesting. I mean,
Fog Moss and on Rumble chat say he likes your shirt there.
I dig it too, man. I caught a lot of flack over this, so I got to do some stand-up comedy a couple weeks ago, and when I showed up to the venue, first of all, I've not done stand-up comedy in probably 5 years. In fact, it's been 4 years. I'm sorry, it's 4 years. 4 year anniversary. Um, anyway, but I get a call a couple weeks ago. It's like, hey man, can you come do a set for us? We'll pay you. I'm like, man, I'm on my way. So when I show up to the venue, Alex Jones was right T-shirt, and I guess the little chick that they brought in from way out of town that came cross country to be at this Memphis comedy show was rather put out by the fact that I have one said shirt on. So of
She'll be
course I
strong.
she'll have to, and of course, I brought him up in my bit. I mean, I don't know if anybody has been keeping score, but the conspiracy theorists we're not conspiracy theorists anymore. We're actually future tellers of truth.
That's it.
Um, um, I mean, I'm batting 1,000. Like when I look back at all the things that I got suspended for on social media back in 2021 through 22. Um, I'm batting 1,000. I've not been wrong on any of them. Ivermectin, hydrochloroquine, The virus allegedly came from China. But actually, if depending on what rabbit hole you go down and how far you want to dig into it, there's actually a lot of evidence that shows before this virus went to Wuhan that there are traces of it in the biolabs in Ukraine. So if anybody wants to dig into that, there are a couple guys that have been sharing that information for a couple years online. One of the guys on Twitter, his handle is clandestine. He posts a lot of information about that and has been on top of it for quite a few years. He's been following the biolab situation since Russia went into Ukraine. And then Dr. Huffman, Andrew Huffman, is another Twitter account that he followed the trail of COVID through Wuhan. These two guys clash sometimes. They don't agree with one another, but I'm leading more toward clandestine and the information that they found in the labs in Ukraine. So, um, yeah, fun, fun.
How we just think about let's think about since we've done this is episode 27 now of our little coming together amazingly. And like just think about it, just go back to the our shows of how many things we've gotten right in the last 30 weeks.
It's
I
funny
mean,
me talking about Trudeau's going to resign like 3 weeks ago.
and
I'm like, that's coming.
bye bye.
That's coming.
Na 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 na
And
na.
he's so butthurt. What I'm starting to realize with a lot of these online influencer accounts or whatever on the left, they create a lot of hype about something that is not hype. For example, one of these chicks, JoJo Jones or whatever the fuck her name is, right? She's constantly posting and tweeting out, MAGA's so upset that the flags are going to be at half staff because of Jimmy Carter. Outrage from all the Republicans. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody gives a shit. That's standard. Guess what? The flag goes to half staff when a president dies. No, nobody's mad about that. Nobody's saying all the flags need to be brought up to full staff because it's the King Donald Trump back. Nobody's saying that. But people get reactions out of that post. So these retarded ass influencers post this because they get paid off of it, They get
Mm-hmm.
paid off of it. They get paid for us to look at this person and go, "Look at this fucking idiot." That these people are the jesters of social media. Nobody believes what they're saying. They only go to their pages and feeds just to see what kind of an absolute fucking moron they are.
Yeah, and it's just and they get views and stuff because people share it looking like, look at this fucking idiot. That's the only reason they get views is not minute of anything. Like you said, I
Right.
agree. I haven't heard, I haven't seen anything talk about everybody's upset. Um,
Nobody gives a fuck.
this no, I
No,
mean that's
DT's in
like you said,
office.
that's
That's
part of it.
that's part of it. Any president that comes in goes, "Oh damn, he died. Let me pay my respect to the man." Thank for the rules that say country honors him half staff. It's just what it is.
Yeah,
But Donald
I
Trump
mean,
is
well,
upset because the flags are at half staff. Arr! Purple hair mafia people freaking out.
and he hadn't said shit about it. It's the funny part.
No, but right. Like I said, man. Like I said, it's
He did say they're going to get the water to California though. He going the only thing stopping is
well.
Newsom, but they're going to push that through because they've been dumping all that water into the Pacific instead of letting it come into California
Let me
for
tell you,
over one little fishy, and that
Donald
little fishy
Trump
is going to the deal.
in 2019 was pushing this in 2019. So 5 years ago, he's raising hell about it, and then he basically predicted what's coming. Now, and a lot of questions about where this fire started. You know, listen, I don't care what anybody says. The year 2020, when we were riding across America and we had those wildfires at the same time, and they're all screaming, climate change, climate change. There were people setting those fires. Arsonists were out there intentionally setting fires. Guess who posted propaganda about that? I'll let you take a guess. Anybody? If you guessed ISIS, you're absolutely correct. I'm looking to see if I can find this video. These guys were trying to get people to commit arson in the United States a few years ago,
That's
and
crazy.
and there was a wild video that they put out there. You know, yeah, like straight Hollywood produced propaganda video of just shit on fire. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-mm.
these people, bro. These people have no idea. You know, let's see if I
But
can.
the person, one of the persons that loves to fund all kinds of effed up stuff. He got an award the other day for being such a great person.
Right.
Our buddy Mr. Soros.
Man, everybody
That's I
that
think
gets
that
that medal is a pedophile, bro. Let's just
well,
establish
just
that.
like how does how evil it's like now it's like how evil do you have to be to get the award? Like you get Hillary gets the award after Benghazi and everything else she's in and her whole like oh when did I save that? I had it I was trying to save it. Did I save it? I don't know. I'll look and see. But it was a list of all the people that used to work for her security team that are no longer here no more.
Bro, look,
And
man.
it's and all the other ones that and it's like and then you got Soros who funds all this stuff and even came out on the news years ago and say they need to do regulations to stop people like me. It's like because he knows deep down he's an evil son of a bitch, um, but they get these awards and stuff. And, uh, it's it's insane. But yeah, I think you agree. I think whoever's done the right thing and protected the thought process. The top 30 on the Epstein list. That's that who gets. You got Tom Hanks has won the award now, Hillary, and I
Right.
guess you got so many. If you start looking at some of the suggestive lists are on the list, and then you look back to the top ones, and then you look and see who's won that award. They're kind of parallel there just a little bit.
Right.
Things that make you go, yeah, I agree, hiker. It's clearly you are in the club medal. Uh,
Right.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that's the case. You know what
It's
I'm
the big
saying? Like,
club, and we ain't in it.
yeah. And that our boy George Carlin. It's one big
Yeah.
club and we ain't in it. But he's right,
Well,
you know.
he was right. I'm surprised. Looking back, they didn't really do as much. But how much truth bombs that they allowed George Carlin to fucking drop on us, and but we just everybody at the end just kind of took it as comedy, really, like oh ha ha, he's
Right.
just talking shit, but really he was telling us the absolute truth for years, and people took it as comedy. That's the beauty of the comedian; they can say some stuff, and um, did you speaking of comedies and comedians tell the truth bombs? Did you see the Nikki Glazer uh, roasting that award?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you're not say roasting, but the intro whatever. But she she let some shit go there. It's pretty humorous. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah,
it's worth
I've
a
seen a
watch.
lot of it.
I watched the whole 10 minute deal. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's interesting, yeah.
She called everybody out. She made it a comment that It was the first time she had all the directors and producers there at the hotel, and she actually had her clothes on. She was happy.
Ah, it's funny, man.
Mm-hmm.
It is funny. I think there's another Cat Williams that's supposed to drop. Um, and his second part with Shannon Sharp. You
Oh
know,
hell,
yeah. Let's see. I think I just found. Nope. I found and signed the believers. Here it is. I found it. ISIS. Inside the believers. Where did it go? So yeah, they put out a video in 2020 calling for um let's see, calling for arsonist attacks in the United States and in the West. And I can't remember exactly when that video came out, but I know it came out in 2020. French fighters. Yeah, I can't find it now, man. Yeah, they put a whole video. And what's crazy is like I don't know how many people have been paying attention to, this whole ISIS thing, their propaganda, media, campaign money, but these dudes have like a killer budget. They've got killer cameras, they've got some amazing equipment for some dudes that, you know what I'm saying? Like where these dudes get all this at, you know?
we had some ideas. We might be helping fund and back them.
Are you allowed to talk about those people? I don't think we are. In fact, I'm
Probably not.
positive we're not allowed to talk about those people.
Yeah, yeah. We
The Utes in
it,
question.
well well you heard the original ISIS, the acronym for ISIS, what the original was, didn't you?
Yeah, Israeli secret insurgent. What was it? Like oh, I said the word, didn't I? Damn it. But
They're
yeah.
Druish. It's
Yeah.
Druish.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The original ISIS was Israeli. Actually, it could still be. I don't know, but they sure aren't attacking them right now. ISIS never
Hey,
has attacked Israel. That's always
right,
been the
right,
country.
right, 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 right. How is it that they've never attacked Israel? Crazy how that works, ain't it? Kind of odd. Just saying. Kind of odd. You know what? This has got to be on Twitter. I'm gonna find this damn video, bro, because I know it exists and I know it's being suppressed everywhere. Is this it?
Oh yeah.
No, that ain't it. Anyway, it's out there. There's several stories from 2020 talking about it. You got to question whether or not this is you know intentional, whether it's accidental, whether it's somebody's backyard, brush fire that got out of control, or somebody driving around setting shit on fire. You know,
Yeah, I mean, it happens. I mean, I was, jackass with a cigarette and throw it out there. It's been dry. It that happens too.
right,
But the situation like in L.A. without them having the fire hydrants dry and stuff, that's a whole nother
right. That's a
issue right
different
there. Like
situation.
one thing, the fire can be natural for sure, and natural things happen. But when these poor firefighters they're risking their life fighting these fires, and these poor people are watching their pets burn alive, and they're getting burned up, and their homes that they worked their whole life for is they're losing everything. And part of the reason is because they don't even have damn water there to put them out to even try. To instead the firefighters are doing everything they can. My hats off to them brave individuals out there
Right.
doing the best they can with what they got.
Yeah, I saw a post the other day that basically they were asking for anybody with any type of firefighting experience to flood that area. They're in bad shape over there, bro. You know, bad shape. I
Yes,
just
sir.
wonder, and then you talk about, are these neighborhoods intentionally being set on fire? Apparently there's some large deposit of something there is what the theory is, but we hear that about every major event now that, you know, they were taken out due to some secret mining operation coming in, and hey, it could be true, but you just don't know, you know. So I,
Oh,
I
for
don't know,
sure.
bro. I don't know, bro. Man, I sure cannot find.
And,
And
it's
now,
so much stuff goes on, and it makes you question everything. Like it's like, and half the time, most of the time, not even half the time now. It's like most of the time, you're right for doubting and questioning them because it's effed up, and it's so bad and sad that it's taken that much, it's going on so much, it's
right.
um
Yeah, it is. You just don't. And then they it's gotten better, but there used to be this stigma of questioning the narrative, where if you questioned it, everybody came for you. You were not allowed to question whatever it is that the local news told you. You know what I mean? And if you said anything about it, six different people would come out and go, "Oh, well, they said."
well,
We've
it's like,
created. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's like that. I know you've seen it. That video of Dom Lemon. Like Dom Lemon's like trying to quote these different things. The guy's like, we don't listen to that shit. We don't care about what the hell that thing says because we know they're bullshit. We
Right.
don't believe that. We are the news now. We and it's to the point that most people don't. They don't believe unless that truly watch. And a lot of like the CNN, MSNBC. I mean, half their freaking views are because they got them on in fucking nursing homes and shit, and just have it
Right.
on repeat. They don't even turn them off. It's not that people are actually watching it. People with dementia are watching it because they don't know what's going on. You know,
Uh,
I loved Whitney Cummings was on CNN in that video. I don't know if you've seen that or not, but it's pretty funny. She was talking about she been she's doing good even though she's got a baby and then she's older now, but she's still packing good halls and stuff. You got like 3,000 people in these venues and stuff. She's like, and that's about the same amount of number that CNN gets views also. And they were just the other two guys were sitting there just kind of like they kept on making faces every time she say anything. That one's pretty funny too. It was on the New Year's show. Whitney Cummings was letting them have it. It was pretty funny. Yeah, I
man, let
agree,
them have
sweets.
it,
Yeah,
bro.
some of her older stuff was kind of but now she's got a little older and little. Uh, I think she's gotten funnier as she gotten older. I think.
Well, they say everything ages. It gets better with age.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when you get more life experiences and stuff, you thinking, twisted stuff, and as you go along, and then all of a sudden you get a little more life experience, or like her, she had kids, so that changed her whole viewpoint on a lot of stuff, and stuff, life. I mean, you make sure that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to evolve, and that's supposed to stay in the same little rut forever and ever and ever, and think the exact same thing. You're supposed to evolve and change, and eventually become the butterfly, come out of that cocoon.
uh, Oh, bro. So I found my post from the video, but didn't find the actual video. Let me share something with you real quick.
Yeah, yeah, let it rip.
So I've been looking for that ISIS video. Of course, I can't find it, but I found these screenshots from it. This was back in the end of 2019, 2020. You know, they were. I'm telling you, man, this video that ISIS put out was the most well produced production, that you could imagine.
Well, they probably should I say this? I don't know if I should say this on, you know, they probably had Hollywood producers producing the damn thing, be honest.
Right,
Sad but true.
right. Well, Pentagon has a movie budget, right?
They do have a movie budget. That's to have a multi-million-dollar movie budget. And they've been doing it forever since World War
Right,
One. They've had, a propaganda. If you think about it, you watch all like the even in the old cartoons and stuff, they were all helping, trying to help the cause and make people
right.
think patriotically. You need to go over here and fight over in this other world and get your shit blown the fuck off and uh,
Go die
yeah,
for your country.
go die
Don't
for
think
your
about it.
country.
Just go do it. Don't ask. Don't ask. Just go.
But don't expect us to do shit for you when you get back. But by God, go do this for us.
Uh, I don't know.
That's the
I don't know.
truth.
Hey,
They
have you guys seen any more reports on the fog?
it's kind of been the fog is kind of
Did it go
it's
away?
lost its 5 minutes. Yeah, it's kind of like the drones. You hadn't really seen
Like
much about the
where the drone?
drones.
Right, right. As soon as they came out and like, well, those were Chinese.
Poof.
Where'd they go? Where'd they go?
The videos start clustering, and now the fog, and now the fog. Like I said, we were talking about last week. It's just a distraction. It's just more and more distractions. Get us, and what in the blue fucking hell is they distracting us from is what is coming. Which it could be. We're about to buy fucking Canada and go uh, and and go to Britain and fucking claim Britain as our own too. Looks like if we believe
Could you
we believe
imagine the
Twitter.
Could you imagine the irony of the Boston Tea Party coming full circle and we're here for our tea, bitches. We took the tea tax to a whole new level. We come to get it and get everything. I'm not going to say that I'm against it. I'm not going to say that
Mixed
I'm for
fears.
it. So I typed today, just for shits and giggles, I typed into Grok and I said, what has to happen for the U.S. to rename the Gulf of Mexico? And basically, you know, Trump drum up some support on the Hill, get the House to vote on it, start recognizing it for us as a country. Some diplomatic ties need to happen with some other countries to get the major players to acknowledge it. And then basically it's done. Mexico, look, Mexico ain't got much of a say in anything. Okay. Mexico is as close to a third world failed state as any country out there. Like when you talk about a country that is governed by the cartel, you know what I mean? Um, all those people are corrupt. All those people are, they're all players in the game, man. And I'm going to tell you, when DT comes in and classifies the cartel as a fucking terrorist organization, I think, listen, if I were able to snap my fingers and make some shit happen, I'd take Canada, I'd take Greenland, and I'd take Mexico down to Mexico City. Let them have Mexico City and everything south, but because you guys can't control what's going on in your northern states, the US is going to go in and control it for you. Okay? There's too much murder. Dude, there are stories of the cartel going into some of these Mexican border towns and whacking a 40-person police department. They killed every single police officer in the fucking city.
I don't.
You know, you can these are things you can look up. Northern Mexico is fucking dangerous, bro. You know, dude, it is drug run central. You know, man, wow, fuck.
It makes you wonder. Like, there's a lot of I've seen a lot of videos lately that's been popping up on YouTube and then on Twitter, and people are throwing that idea out there of you know basically being America, North America is one country,
Right.
and what it would look like, and we would be I think the second largest country by volume, and we would be like maybe right there in the top three in population, right behind China and India. I mean,
Right.
it'd be insane, and the manufacturing and stuff, and then it would actually be beneficial for everything. It really,
I
you
agree.
had the manufacturing in Mexico. They have lots of great manufacturing because that's what our builds all our fucking cars we got.
Dude, they
And
build
then
all of our houses. Mm.
and then you turn around and you got lots of resources up in Canada and stuff, and then you wouldn't have to leave the country to go to Alaska. You could drive straight through the country. You wouldn't have to skip a little bit.
You can go up there
But
now, but they're going to give you some shit when you try to take your AK across the border.
though, I did you see that Canada was talking shit when it said they wanted to try to annex Washington State
I don't think
and
they said that.
California.
I think a
It was
bunch
it was
of
one person. One person was said that.
right.
I don't. But
Okay, so hear me out. Let them have California, Oregon, and Washington. We're cool with it. Let them take one entire side of Las Vegas because all those cucks moved from Southern California. You know, get them out, bro. Let them go. You know, what kills me is the people that vote for this shit hate the environment that they live in. Then they all flee that environment to a new, more healthy environment and ecosystem, and then they come in and vote the same fucking way, and then they fuck that environment up. You know, um, the first thing that people need to understand in life is you can't save everyone. Not everyone is meant to be saved. Let's just be real, bro. I hate to be that way, but that's life. If you are not the person that's capable of taking, look, some people just dumb, man. I'm not responsible for them. I mean, am I
survival of the
wrong?
fittest, as they say.
Am I
Yeah, be
wrong?
back to old days of survival of the fittest, and and
Listen, these
like I
people
say,
would not.
ignorant. There's a lot of ignorant ass people out there that can't
a-
count past two. But
After walking through the grocery store today, as we prepare for Snowmageddon 25 in Memphis,
I imagine that was cool today, going through there and seeing them crazy some bitches,
bro,
especially over in the area you live in. You were over that Kroger over on Union.
gone. Dude, that place is. I didn't even go down there. I know. I don't. I don't shop there. Okay, I know better than to go down there. Fresh Market is literally
The
50 yards from my house, so I go to Fresh Market over here. Um,
old Ikes.
I don't eat anything that's if it's not a piece of meat or a vegetable. I don't eat pizzas. I don't eat your mix it up out of a box, pour in your pouch of shit, add water. I don't eat that stuff, and um, I
No
can avoid
MREs
it.
down.
What now? Listen, hey, I got several, dude. I got probably 60 MREs in there. Okay, 5 or 6 boxes. Okay, I may have 72. I'm just saying, it's 12 in a case. 12 in a case. Um,
I know I got rice and beans and sugar and flour um and tea for sweet tea. I'm ready.
like my
Um,
survival, um, everybody should have. Man, it. I mean, at bare minimum, 2 weeks worth of dry goods in your house, whether that's rice, beans, flour to make biscuits, cornmeal, shit to make bread. Like you need something to make bread with. You need some kind of canned protein, whether that be tuna, some fucking canned meat. Look, hey, I will eat tuna right out the can. Okay, I'm not
push
opposed
come,
to
you
it.
gotta do what you gotta do. Push come to shove. Hell, and
Yeah.
bam beans and stuff got it. You get good pinto bean stuff. They got a lot of protein in them.
I keep a pretty good stock
Refried
of
beans.
rice, beans, um, rice, beans. What is my other dry good in there? What the fuck do I have? Oh, I got spaghetti noodles for days, and I got stock. Like I got beef stock and chicken stock. You know,
Yeah,
um,
I got
but I
some of
got
that
a
stuff. That the buckets. I got a few of those. The
yeah.
buckets.
You told me about those. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I got them buckets. You can order them
25
online, whatever.
year lifespan or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. 25 years, and you just got in the bucket, and you're good. And I opened up one, and I tried some of the stuff in there. My mom actually got me some stuff for the other day. I forget what day we all come together, and she got me one of them totes and had some stuff in it. So I had some more stuff, so I added to it. But had some banana chips, some little dry banana chips. I ate them right away. I didn't let them wait. But everything else is up there and waiting just in case. Especially right now, since we got the snow again coming. Uh, yeah, dry yeast. Yeah, dry yeast is another thing you need
I
to
got some
have on
yeast.
hand.
Yeah, yeah. These people are going to lose their mind.
Oh yeah,
And
it's
I think it's going to hit. I think it's going to hit tomorrow night.
that's what they
Let's
pushed it up to. I saw
Yeah.
maybe possibly like starting like 6 o'clock. So I got to
Right.
watch it, for gym
Initially, I
wise.
was told over the night. It was going to 1 o'clock in the morning or some shit.
Which I was
But
going
that
to try to
apparently is.
go get a skid steer for Friday, and I don't know if I'll be able to do it now.
What the hell are you
I
going to
can
do with a
drive my.
six
I'm gonna
inches in
clear.
the next 48 hours?
I'm gonna clear parking lots for $500 a parking lot.
You need some help, bro.
Yeah, yeah, $500 a $300 to $500 a parking lot,
Right.
and I pay $500 for a whole weekend on the skid steer. That's pretty good return in investment there.
Did you get one?
I'm gonna call tomorrow morning and see if they even got some.
You need some help? I'll be down there. What time you need me? I got a credit card. You need to rent two of them. We need three of them. I got another
I
guy.
got to
I mean,
count. I got to count. I don't even pay up front. I pay later.
really, that's
I
cool,
get
man.
now and pay later. Yeah, I got to
That's
count.
awesome. Well, I'm going to tell you, when I get ready to do some land clearing, get a bulldozer and some backhoe work, you're going to be the guy I'm going to call.
Man, please do. I can do it. I can run anything. Let's
Yeah.
be honest. 18 years I've run 980 low size loaders and D8 dozers and track hoes, and I I can run anything.
When I was a
Uh,
kid, my
I
uncle
was
let me
blessed.
drive the combine. I got to play with the bulldozer before. It was fun. When you're 10 years old and you get to drive the combine and get to work the controls on the bulldozer, I mean on the
That's
backhoe, dude,
that's
you're
dreams
you're
come
hog
true.
heaven, man. Yeah, dude. That's
We won't we won't talk about Dustin. We won't talk about rollers. Me and rollers don't get along.
rollers. What's a roller?
Them big steel wheel
Oh,
rollers. I
yeah.
stuck one in the yard and about turned the fucker over one day because I was driving around the yard. It's supposed to be on hard packed ground, but
Yeah.
because they left it on the yard, I was driving and figuring out how to use it. Because like anything come on my yard, I would go. I would try it. We had one of them bush hogs, like them the big, not the bush hog, but the actually the it clears everything, little trees and everything you put in front of the skid steer. And we had one of them. I went to fucking mowing trees down and shit just to fucking see how it worked and see if I could roll it. I Yeah, the steel wheel roller. Yeah, Dustin, he's in this YouTube chat. He had to come over there with the loader and pull me out, but before I flipped the son bitch. But
Oh no
um,
shit.
yeah, we tore a lot of shit up in the years. One of the guys he buried a Dustin he buried a forklift over there because he wasn't listening to me. If I'm gonna tell a story on me, I'm gonna tell a story on you, buddy. I had to take one of them 120-foot extended boom lifts where you lifts up and everything and pull them out with that. And then we had a guy, he didn't listen to me. I told him, I said, that ground's soft over here. And I said, don't get that loader off the ground right there. It's gonna sink. I said, but just drive up, drive it there, whatever. Take the truck you want to. Oh, I'm good. Okay. He got on the edge of the road and he stuck that 80,000-pound machine, went off that hill, and he sunk it all the way down. If you've seen the machines, they held where the step is to go in the machine, you're like 8 feet
Right.
in the air. It was level with the ground.
What y'all use to
Then
pull it out?
extended boom forklift. I got in there and start shoving with the bucket, and I got it back out. And Ron, and I shoved it with the bucket, and I got it all the way, and then I destroyed a water line, main water line with the bucket. I ripped it out of the fucking ground, and so we had a river going through there, and I just kept pushing, and I got about 100 yards, and then I hooked to the damn extended boom, and I pulled it down the road. I remember pulling it down the road, and this car was coming up the road, and all of a sudden they just seen him. They just stopped. They're like, "What the fuck is going down the road?"
Bro, I got a limo stuck in a client's yard one day. He I get there and he tells me, he goes, first of all, when I pull up in the driveway, I'm like, oh shit. And he tells me, when I get the note, they're like, yeah, pull all the way up in the driveway. As soon as I pull all the way up in the driveway, I'm like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna back this thing out of here. Like it's so tight on this curve roundabout driveway. So he tells me, he goes, hey man, it's fine. The backyard's dry. Pull in the backyard. I'm like, it's rained for 3 days in a row. He goes, we had sunshine all day yesterday, man. I've been walking out there. It's fine. I'm like, okay. So I drive this limo into the backyard, stuck. I hit panic mode. I'm like, what do I do? I got to call my boss. My boss is livid. He gets his little two-wheel drive truck out there. We get it hooked up to the limo. Mind you, I'm in black and white. I'm in a tux and I'm muddy now. My knees are muddy from where I'm on the ground hooking up a chain to this freaking limo. So,
Mhm.
truck hooks up to the limo. Truck is now stuck. So I got to call my buddy and I'm like, dude, Shay, I need your help, man. Please come save me. So my buddy Shay comes over there with his full drive truck and pulls both vehicles out. And I am just like, man, he's like, you should know better than that. I'm like, bro, he told me it was good. I trusted the guy.
Yeah, you can't
Stupid.
trust people.
I will not trust anybody ever again.
I had I used to have like 14 acres. I was had and he on another little random story. And my buddy of mine, we were up for a while, and uh, well, the first time he got stuck over there, let me backtrack. He got stuck, and he turned around. And he called me. He's like, "Man, can I use your shop?" I was like, "Yeah, you know how to get in there. You know where the key, whatever it is." I said, "You can use it." Well, he got stuck, and he spun backwards all the way across my yard, all the way off into a tree, and broke his steering where he couldn't. The wheels would turn inside.
Oh
Well,
shit.
he called a buddy of his, and he brought his whole family out there, and they were stuck in my yard. When I showed back up from Gatlinburg, I had to go grab the tractor, which he didn't know how to put it in low speed, and go pull them out. And then the next day, I had to work all day and get him out. Another time, he got drunk as hell and stuck in my yard. And this guy come up there to help him, and it was like Healy right there, and the neighbor across the street was trying to help. And when they come over the top of the hill, you couldn't see, and this car came on top of the hill and slammed in the back of the dude's truck, totaled the dude's truck. It was just always there's always something weird. The group I'm always with is always tearing something damn up. No, that was a Ron too, Dustin.
Hey, Ron,
Ron done fucked up again.
we got an
I
AA Ron too. God, he's so funny. I
hope
love
he's
our AA
listening.
Ron.
I hope he's listening to the thing today. If not, I'm gonna send him this fucking video. You you were on live on
That's
cross seven
great.
platforms.
Here's the bus you just got thrown under.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
hell
that's
yeah,
great, man. That is great. Well, man, let's do this. I got about
yeah.
a 35-minute presentation for you
Let's let her rip. Yeah,
that I
this is what
think,
everybody here to see. And um, like I said, I was telling Dustin's in the YouTube chat. That's the one I was telling you. I was like, yeah, we got videos. How did you get access to videos from January 6th that nobody's seen?
right,
I was like, I got connections. And
right.
Dustin,
So,
this is my connection right here. This is Mr. Jamie Grant.
hello, hello, hello. So, for people that don't know who I am, my name is Jamie Grant. I am a combat sports announcer here in Memphis. I do all the fights for Attitude MMA here in town, and I work for a variety of other promotions all across the South: Alabama, Louisiana, uh, Mississippi, Tennessee, all over the place. Um, I for the longest time I was a corporate trainer. I was employed at my casino that I worked at for almost 12 years before I transferred to our corporate office when COVID hit. Had a lot of things going for me career wise. Was moving in the right direction. Made it to corporate. COVID happens, get laid off. I'm off for a little while, and then the whole world falls apart, and then the election happens. So after November of 2020, when Donald Trump lost, I made it very publicly known that I planned on going to DC to go witness, the events of January 6th and see what would happen. Um, Donald Trump had tweeted out or retweeted a post from someone that said, "Hey, if you go, make sure you film the crowd and get video of the crowd." So I was like, "Man, I'm going. I'm going to film the crowd." So I got there and I did my best to film the crowd. I got caught up in it a lot, and my videos are short. Again, at one point I'm live streaming, and they killed a cell service, so I go to video. But while I was live streaming and filming, I've got people calling, texting. My phone was blowing up. So a lot of these videos are short, and then some of them are several minutes long. But I'm going to run through it, man, to kind of give you guys an idea of what I experienced that day, man, and let you just kind of take a ride with me for a moment. We got there. First of all, I drove from Memphis all the way up, and here we go. All right, what are we looking at here? Okay, so we left, or I left Memphis uh, on, yeah, I left on the 5th that morning, really early in the morning, and I got there that evening. When I got ready to leave, initially there were supposed to be like four other people riding with me, and as we got closer, that list started dropping off. Everybody wants to be a patriot till it's time to go do patriot shit. And of course, the day of, everybody's like, "No, I'm not going. I can't make it. I'm out." Right. So yeah, didn't make it. But let me walk you through. We got up in the morning. It was around 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning when we left the hotel. We wanted to get over to the Ellipse as soon as possible. That way we could try to get a close spot to see DT. It was packed from the get go. Uh, Getting ready to leave the hotel. This is us, right? We're on the subway here. Look at the crowd and look at the people that you see. These are elderly people, a bunch of just, average everyday citizens. Took a picture back. Just take a look at the people. Um, is sharing this window. Okay. When we got down, we headed over to the Washington Monument out of the gate. That was kind of the gathering area for the ellipse, where everybody was on the lawn of the ellipse to listen to Donald Trump speak that morning. Um, just some footage of the crowd, very festival kind of atmosphere. People out there selling T-shirts, selling water, selling flags. Trump gear was everywhere for sale. I'm just a retard. Crowd starts picking up. But 9 o'clock in the morning, man, this place was absolutely packed. So yeah, like I said, just a bunch of short videos right here as we're getting ready for Donald Trump to start speaking. Me with Mr. Trump. So I'm not going to tell you his name. This is my boy from Memphis here. He went with me. I reached out to him immediately and was like, "Hey, I'm dropping this video. You care if do you want me to edit you out?" And he was like, "No way, Jose." So I kept him in here, and that's who we went with. And they actually met me there. They didn't ride with me. I love that picture right there. It's probably one of my favorites. Um, so again, just some more photos of the crowd before Donald Trump speaks. Um, this photo right here caused a lot of problems. I met these two gentlemen. They're both members of the Proud Boys. I saw the guy's shirt, and I kind of started tracking him through the crowd, and just wanted to talk to the guy and kind of listen to what his perspective on things are. Right. Um, had about a 15-minute conversation with him. We talked about Enrique Torrio and kind of who he was and what his role is with this organization known as the Proud Boys, which apparently is according to the mainstream media, they called them just white, right wing extremists, white supremacists. Every name they could throw at him, they threw at him. Enrique, Afro Cuban, uh, looks like every other kind of black dude I know. Apparently, he's a white supremacist that I didn't know. So I was very confused by that and wanted to know. So I had a conversation with these guys. But I posted this photo online and people went absolute ape shit because I was trying to post stuff as I was getting it because I didn't know what would happen and if things would go crazy, things would get shut down. Just didn't know how the day was going to play out. Um, snipers. So I took some shots of the snipers that were posted on the rooftops. They were all around the area. Um, they had multiple guns on the crowd, people stationed on multiple buildings. Introduction of the president. This is cool.
It's a big old flag.
Thought that's a cool video. All right, here we go. All right. So we left the ellipse before Trump started speaking because um, we heard, I didn't know if they were mortars being lit on fire, like fireworks being thrown at police or something, or exactly what we heard. But we heard some explosions go off, so we immediately started walking towards Capitol Hill. Um, let's see here. Let me go here so you can see this. That way people get an idea of where we went to. Um, so what you're seeing here is a map of of DC. The White House is up to the north right here. You know, the Washington Monument is at the center of the map, and then we hike to the east up to the west side of the Capitol building. So we end up just over this wall right here. As we get up to the United States Capitol building, now we're on this area up here, and let's see if I can. All right. So the first area that we're at is this area here. They had a fence up here, and it got pushed down pretty quick. There weren't even any officers here. They get pushed down, and then we end up all on this area through here. So they had scaffolding all the way around this because they were getting ready for the inauguration, right? So now we're at one of the first blockades that they've set up.
But to ask you, did you mean to have it on mute? I know it says on mute on your deal there.
This officer right here, Officer Deplore, uh, kind of nice guy, man. We had some some interesting conversations with him. We did everything we could to try to relay information to these guys. Like we had people that were inciting shit behind us in the crowd, and we're telling these cops, we're IDing these guys and pointing them out who they are. You know, I think at one point we tell them, "Hey, we'll snatch this motherfucker up for you," and they kind of tell us to stand down. All right, so I'm just going to pause it here for a moment. See the scaffolding in front of us here? So, in the scaffolding area right here, there's a man that ends up in a couple different, J6 theorists or whatever that label this guy the scaffold man, right? There's a gentleman up here that has a PA and a megaphone, and I'm going to show him because you can see him right here. It's not going to let me zoom in on him. He's right up here. Can you see my cursor? I don't know if you can see that or not.
You should be able to. Well, I mean, it looks like on a little bitty phone or something.
Right. Well, anyway, so there's a guy up here with a megaphone. This guy up here is 100% part of whoever, okay, that is in charge of coordinating some movement with people, all right, because he starts barking orders. Not here, but you'll hear him in a little bit.
Hey, Jamie. Jamie. Hmm.
All right, see that
Hey,
guy right there?
hmm.
Let's fast forward again.
Hey, hit
Where's
the
my
mute button right there beside there.
and mute it? There we go.
No. Oh no, no, unmute it. It's not. The sound's not coming through for some reason. I don't hear it on
Oh,
my
you
end.
can't hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Dude, yeah. God, y'all need to be able to hear this, man.
Yeah. Well, we had asked the thing. I thought it might have
Oh,
been me or
I
whatever.
hate you can't hear this. So check this out though, okay? See, all right, see the guy? You just saw him again. He's right here, brown jacket, red gloves, holding on to this. This guy's one of the instigators, okay? That guy right there. Red gloves, hat all jacked up. He's one of the instigators. Here's another one. As soon as he walks past, you're going to see the guy wait till he moves, and then he's going to strike with a metal flagpole. Boom, hits James. Swinging the pipe again. I just got sprayed with mace. All right, watch this guy right here. Hispanic male. He's on the front line, got his hands up in the air. Another one of these instigator dudes. This is one of the guys that, I used to use the term Antifa for all these guys. The more that I think about it, I think a lot of these dudes are paid government informants. I'd love to know who this Latino dude is right here. You know, screaming, screaming USA, SA. Um, I hate you can't hear this.
Yeah. Hiker said them instigators stick out like a sore thumb once
Oh yeah,
you know what you look at.
right here you can hear the flashbangs going off that they're throwing behind us. Man, I hate y'all can't hear this.
Yeah, it was being silly today. We've shown
This
so
guy
much
right
stuff
here
on here.
gets knocked down. He puts his hand on the rail and they sprayed him with mace and then pushed him off. This kid right here did, this officer. God, this is one of those videos I wish you could hear.
Like we were talking earlier, you see that's a whole bunch of bicycle cops up there
Right,
with their bicycle helmets. It wasn't even, normal riot police or nothing. They just had bicycle cops up there trying to stop a
right.
very ill prepared for the situation.
So I'm screaming at these guys right now that have just pushed this girl into the rail. So me and this dude right here having words. See him spraying. You can see the spray going out into the crowd. This dude eating a freaking hot dog. Every time you see him, he's got food in his hand. That's one way to ensure that you never get labeled as a violent person.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just eating my a hot dog here. I'm not doing nothing
Look at all that
awful.
gas. Look at all that gas. And what they don't realize is they just gassed all their cops, man.
Yeah, they don't have gas masks on. They just got
No.
that one guy got red or freaking bullshit mask on.
Look at this kid. Look at this kid right here. See the kid freaking out to the left? Look how hard he's breathing. See him? See that Hispanic dude being an instigator again?
I see that one guy come up trying to calm him down
Well, sorry to
and the rest.
disappoint you guys that y'all can't hear all this.
Yeah, they're throwing tear gas at him and hiker.
See the dude still eating?
He's hungry, man. That's a lot of stress, man. He's stress eating right now.
This cop right here, the white cop in front of the dude in the red cap, hosed him with mace when he walked up and put his hand on the rail. And I filmed this interaction. But that dude is scared. He's fucking terrified.
Hell yeah, there's a fucking mob right there, and only gonna take a little fucking spark to make it go ape.
Right.
And he ain't prepared. He
I just
ain't.
told him, I'm like, hey, man, y'all need to calm down. Everybody needs to take some breaths. Damn it, I didn't mean to delete that. Go forward, but I did. It's fixing to get crazy here in a second because they're going to overrun the line. So the guy that's in the tower ends up yelling commands at the people in the crowd, right? So halfway through the crowd somewhere, there are people that start pushing the people in front of them, which in turn start pushing the people in front of them, and it turns into this domino effect. And there's fixing to be another skirmish before they have the big push, and then it's pretty wild, bro. See this guy in the green waving the people forward?
Yeah, hiker had a thought if you're up to it, put these videos on Rumble, maybe.
Yeah, I need to do that. So there was a lot of issue with these videos. I initially, so the history of how this happened is when I was in DC, I was initially streaming live. See this guy waving him forward again. So my
Let me see.
live feed went viral. And at one point, I was at like 3.7 million views when they shut my stream down, right? So when I came back from DC, this is where they overrun the line. You hear the people in the crowd screaming, "One step forward, let's push." On the good foot now. He keeps saying, "On the good foot now." That's a military term, bro. You know. Um, but yeah, man, these dudes start pushing behind us, and this is the reach on the line. This is rough. Whoa! Man, uno momento, por favor.
Oopsie.
Sorry about that, guys.
Hey, you see us bigger again.
Sorry. Sorry. Still new to this. Hey, look at us who's back. No, this is it. So we're sitting there asking the cops, please don't pepper spray us. Hey, they're fixing to start pushing. Just letting you know they're coming. Once they pass us up, we can't do anything for you. Like we felt like we adopted this cop. You know what I mean? Like we were gonna make sure nothing happened to him. You know what I mean? Um, and this is fixing to get nuts. Man, this is so crazy. And we've all been gassed. We can't see anything. You know what I mean? We're all
Lucky
being
more people
pushed
didn't get
forward at
killed.
this point. The crowd just comes, it's a surge.
Yeah, lucky more people didn't get
So
killed
there's a
just from
girl
this
that just got knocked to the
talking.
ground. I'm trying to help her get up, and then boom, I get knocked down. Yeah, kind of wild. So I'm finally fixing to realize what I'm doing and turn the camera around. And when I do, I catch them just as they throw a can of CS gas at the crowd. You'll see this officer up on the hill here or up on the stairway, and he's going to throw this very large, looks like a fire extinguisher full of CS gas into the crowd. He's on the right. He sprays him again, sprays him again. He just threw the whole canister into the crowd. So now the guys in the crowd have the can of spray and they're fixing to push these dudes all the way up this stairway here.
Wow. Just chaos. I can't imagine being sitting there right in front line, sitting there. I don't like being in a club with a bunch of people pushing on me. Hell, alone fucking that many damn people. They one of them instigators there.
So right now they've just started shooting pepper balls into the crowd. I get gassed pretty good right here, man. When I got shot in the back, I take a couple balls to my back, and when I do, dude, it's just I can't breathe. It's so bad. I got gassed. I got to get out of the crowd that I'm in and get to the sideline to get my face hosed off, and it's pretty rough here. You don't need to see all that. This is this is going to be pretty interesting. The crowd starts singing the national anthem, and I've actually got this next video right here up on Twitter. It's under my Twitter feed. You can go under Jamie Two G's, type in Star Spangled Banner, and this video will actually show up on my Twitter feed. But people are climbing up the scaling. In the very first video, you can hear the communication with the officers where they're telling everybody, hey, the scaffolding's got to come down. The scaffolding's got to come down. Bro, that scaffolding ain't coming down. You know what I mean? So at the end, right here, somebody popped a red flare or red smoke, and people kind of freaked out just for a second. Um, yeah, all the really good videos over now. This bunch of short videos here. I end up to the top area up on that second balcony area up there looking down. And this is something I want to call attention to right here. So this is the stairway up under the scaffolding that starts to go up, okay? Whatever they've done in DC, they've shut off all cell service. So nobody's data on their phone is working. You can't make a call, you can't use internet. Your phone is dead in the water, right? They've killed all communication around the building. But I want somebody to tell me who this is. Help me understand who these two guys are right here. You know what I'm saying? And who these two gentlemen right here are on the left. Both these guys are on phones. They're both obviously communicating with somebody, and all cell service is down. Who are these two guys?
That one guy
Then,
looks like got one of them big phones, like the
bro,
satellite phones.
listen, all cell service was cut. How are these two guys on the phone? Okay.
I was gonna say that one looks like satellite phone he got in his hand, which that'd be military. That
So
wouldn't be a.
let's see. So now I've made it up to that deck area. Of course, you got to take the obligatory selfie when you're at the top of the Capitol building. Dude, it was wild being up there and seeing all these people flooding down the streets, man. So what's happening right here is these guys have just broken the glass to the Capitol building at this doorway. What a lot of people don't realize is that when these guys were fucking up in the crowd would pull these people out and beat their ass. There were people in the crowd that were instigating shit, starting shit, causing damage, destruction, and they were getting dealt with regularly. And that's when we rolled out, man. So thank you for being a part of my little tour here. Um,
I I just looked it up for curiosity's sake. Asked our friend Grok. According to Grok, would asked if would satellite phones work if cell towers were cut, and it says satellite phones would indeed work if cell towers were cut, as they do not rely on terrestrial cell towers. So
right,
they could have been using satellite phones, or it could have been like Wally said, it could have been a walkie-talkie. But uh,
right.
it,
Yeah, sorry for the sound, guys. What I will do is I will throw this stuff up online now that things have kind of calmed down a little bit. Man, I mean, you guys don't understand, man. I caught a lot of flack, and when I say I caught a lot of flack, I caught a lot of flack. Um, I was first of all, immediately I got banned from social media, uh, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter banned me on the 7th, January 7th. I get banned, and I was banned for all of 2021 and like the first 4 or 6 months going into 2022. I did a couple news interviews after that. I did a news interview with WUSA 9. Um, can you hear videos if I play a video through the web?
if you share that screen, like that's why we've always done it. It has worked. We've they've videos are played, so it should.
Let's see if this video will show. You know what? I just did that shit again.
It's nice to know now. This actually came out, so that the FBI and CIA was out there instigating shit.
Bro,
It's
I
it's
was
a
scared to
known.
death for my first 2 years, bro. I was waiting any time to get jammed up. Um,
Oh, I bet.
so when I got back to the hotel that night, because my stream went viral, when I got back to my room, I had interview requests from people all over the country. One of the first people that reached out to me was Adam Longo of WUSA 9 out of Washington, D.C. So I reached out to him and I called him back that night and I told him I would do an interview with him. I did an interview with WREG out of Memphis and I did one with a station out of Baltimore. So I had already agreed to those. So I fulfilled my promise that I would do these interviews and then I did not take any more. I had so much hate mail, death threats. I know where you live. I know who you are. You're a terrorist. You're a racist, white supremacist. I mean, I got called every name you can possibly imagine. I lost my job with the promotion that I was working for that removed me from a fight that I can't get back, that was big in another fighter's career that I can't be a part of ever. It's that day passed and is over. But I'm back with that organization now, which makes my heart super happy. But like I got blackballed from the casino that I spent almost 12 years at. My former general manager talked trash about me online to a bunch of people, saying that I'm a disgrace for a human, that people need to delete me and block me and remove me. My former general manager walked through my former marketing office and told my whole team that looks like I shot myself in the foot. So I got blackballed from there, blackballed from social media, canceled from the comedy scene. I got to where I couldn't get any stage time anywhere around the area. For me to do stand up comedy now, I got to leave Memphis. I got to go somewhere else to go do stand up. Can't go out and try jokes on the open mic scene here because it's run by a bunch of leftist liberal fucks. Um, and for anybody that says, "Oh no, Jamie, you're welcome," I can start dropping names of the people that run open mics that didn't give me stage time. But I'm not here to throw anybody under the bus because after they all blocked me, deleted me, and even tagged me on the FBI Facebook page, they've all come back around and unblocked me and refriended me and been like, "Hey man, how's everything going?" Like I didn't know you tried to sell me out. You know what I mean? Um, it's it's been an interesting 4 years, And the first 2 years, Ricky Pike, when I tell you, bro, for the first 2 years, if I saw two fucking cop cars pull up out in front of my house, pulling somebody over, I panicked for a second. I'd look
Oh, I bet.
outside like, damn, are they coming for me? I subscribed to the Washington Field Office Facebook page or Twitter feed so that I would get updates every time they posted a "Do you know this person?" Man, I was checking those hit sheets every freaking day to see if my photo showed up on one of them. You
Mm.
know, it was a tough time, man. But now, everybody just pretends like it didn't happen. You know, everybody tries to be cool with me again. Nobody said I'm sorry. Nobody says, "Hey, I was wrong." "Hey,
Yeah.
man, sorry I tried to make your life difficult." And hey, and I know who you motherfuckers are. I've got a list of each one of you from the Memphis comedy scene that tagged me on the fucking FBI Facebook page. I know who the three of you are. I saw it. You tagged me.
Dumb
I
motherfuckers.
mean, dude, come on, man.
That's
And then it was
crazy.
crazy, man, because then, people got the scuttlebutt between their little cliques and shit, and the thing is not everybody agrees with these people. So it gets back to me that this person's talking to this person, asking questions about why I was there or who I am, or, and I'll just tell anybody, man, if anybody has any questions about why I was there or wants to sit down and individually see any video that I took while I was there, man, let me show you. Let me show you how these people instigated that crowd, how they
Mhm.
they egg those people on. Dude, when they first started flashbanging us and spraying us with mace, there wasn't anything going on. Or not mace, CS gas. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't anything going on.
But
You know?
it shows you like, and there's and now we know that it's coming out in the news, so the people that only watch the news can actually see it that that there was FBI agents and inside there, but it just shows us like it happens at most riots, if not all the riots. They have a big riot and stuff, and over some kind of deal, you're going to have instigators inside there that planets to rile people up, and you get people already all riled up and um,
No.
adrenaline's all the way up. You're ready for anything, and then you get somebody talking shit. You get some. Um, you get a few people that that's all it's going to take is just a little edge, and then
Right.
you're over here. They're getting to get sorry. It's just fucking wrong.
Hey, I did want to show you this. There's a reason I wanted to show you this because I asked some very valid questions in this.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta play this.
Friendly reminder that if you want to catch
Oh,
us
you get
talking
it.
Grizzlies in
Shut
a
up,
different,
commercial.
check out our newsletter. Subscribe for free.
Everybody loves the
Your
Memphis
favorite podcast,
Grizzlies
that's us, now has a newsletter.
Every single day we send out a newsletter.
because it's the only thing people in
In the
Memphis pay
coverage, you're
attention
gonna have
to.
lots
There we
of
go. Oh, the Tigers, man. We got Memphis Tigers.
Violent mob and this insurrection played out on both sides of the Capitol, where I'm standing right now. This way, this is the side that faces the Washington Monument, right? This is the west-facing side. And on the east-facing side, the side that faces the Supreme Court, that is where the protesters made their entry into the Capitol, and that's where the focus of a lot of our video has been. But I want to show you what unfolded, as you're seeing here, on the west front of the Capitol. Between my location and the Capitol Dome, it's obscured because of the trees. That's where the inaugural platform for the inauguration is being constructed. Protesters overran that. And that's some of this brand new video that we're seeing. I talked to the man who shot it, who said that authorities here were pitifully underprepared for what they were facing.
These are bicycle officers. They're not even in full gear. They've got bicycle helmets on. You know what I mean? These guys were not ready at all for what was about to happen.
Jamie Grant drove from Memphis 13 hours. He wanted to be in a position to get an unfiltered look at the events of January 6th. He ended up a frontline witness to the cataclysmic chaos that surrounded the U.S. Capitol.
There was a group in the video where you see I pan to the right where they pulled a barricade down. And when they pulled the barricade down, instead of trying to push in, they grabbed the barricade and pulled the barricade into the crowd so that the officers didn't have any resistance with it. Once they cleared the barricade, they used, I don't know what kind of CS disbursement they did, but it was a very massive CS gas release that went out. And they gassed a lot of their officers. When they did, there were people in the crowd that realized this was their opportunity to take advantage of it. And you could hear people yell, and you'll hear it in the videos, hey, take advantage of them now, push.
What you're saying is the deployment of the tear gas or pepper spray
it affected the officers on that front line equally as it affected people in the front of the crowd.
It absolutely. It was very disturbing to see these young men and women on the front line with no gear on. They had no gear on. It took probably 30 minutes before reinforcements started to show up that had riot gear and riot shields on. Why wasn't the National Guard there? Why didn't the Capitol Police have more people to back them up? Why weren't they in PPE and already have all their gear out there? Why weren't officers already on standby?
So we've breached the second line. Jamie says he voted for President Trump and that he condemns the destruction, the rioting, and the invasion of the Capitol.
I came to Washington, D.C. to support the President of the United States so that my voice could be heard as one of those 70 million plus disenfranchised voters. My goal is not to break any laws. My goal is to put video out there for people to make their own assumptions, make their own opinions, and put perspective into light for people.
Now, Jamie says he is willing to share this video. He'll share it with the FBI. He wants the people caught who were responsible for the destruction, the vandalism, and the lawlessness here at the Capitol. And Leslie, another point that he made is he said that there were a lot of agitators in the crowd. He said one of his friends got hit in the head with a pipe, and he was questioning who was in the crowd doing that because he couldn't seem to fathom how Trump supporters would end up fighting with each other.
I called that shit from day one that there were instigators in that crowd. And
right.
so I reached out to Adam actually about a week and a half ago because he reached out to me 2 years ago when they put together the whole January 6th committee. He reached out to me and wanted to do a follow-up interview. Feds ain't been to my house yet. I don't want to do no interview. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you're not dragging me into fucking anything. So I just kind of ignored him. I didn't even respond to him. So after DT won, I sat on it for a month, maybe 6 weeks. It was maybe 2 weeks ago. But I sent him a message and I said, hey, after DT gets sworn in, if you want to follow up with that conversation, let's have a conversation. He ain't going to reach out to me because he don't want to. I don't think he gives a shit, but I was right. There were instigators in that crowd from day one, and when I use the term Antifa in a lot of my posts, I need to retract that because do I believe that Antifa was there? Yes, but I believe the instigators were fucking feds. That's who Antifa is. You know what I mean? And just like you said, all these different crowds, they're instigators in all of them. Yes, it's been proven. You can go back to Ferguson, Missouri, when fucking Ferguson burned, the 2 young kids that filmed the white dude coming out of the parts store that set the fucking parts store on fire, and they catch him on video walking out behind the building and start questioning him. And then he's like, hey, you better back the fuck off me. I'll fuck you up. And the kids end up backing off of him. But it's a prime example, man. Every major event that has popped off has had people inciting that crowd. Okay. Dude, I've been going to marches since 2014. And when the tear 'em down NOLA march, when they were trying to tear down the Andrew Jackson statue, bro, listen, there were 4 white dudes in khaki shorts, white shirts, got their like straw hats on that were working that crowd like you would not believe. They'd go have conversation with the homeless person, maybe this emotionally distraught person that's so fired up about it, and after these people would have conversations with these individuals, you would see them tangled up in various situations. So yes, there are people that are taking advantage of the emotions inside those crowds and they're pushing those people. It's real, Ricky.
Oh, for sure.
I'm done.
At least now we have, people like this coming out and saying it.
Many as 200 agents and informants, not just FBI, but from some of the other agencies as well, got on buses, were driven to the Capitol wearing Trump T-shirts and hats and paraphernalia, MAGA type paraphernalia, and that they went into the Capitol with the demonstrators or with the protesters or with the rioters. Now, one of the things he points out that he's been a congressman 7 years and that he still has a hard time finding his way around the Capitol because many of the offices, and at the time, Nancy Pelosi's office did not have a sign out in front that says Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, or anything like that. It's just a incognito type office, and that he believes that there were individuals in the Capitol at that time disguised as protesters that led the protesters to her office and to other offices that would normally be very difficult to find. And as he put it, he would have a hard time finding them without somebody leading him to the office. So that's where he gets his opinion that somehow there were already law enforcement officers in the Capitol in an undercover capacity, as well as in the crowd of people outside the Capitol, and came into the building with them. And then some of them were led to certain spots in the building, again, like Pelosi's office and a few other locations that would be very difficult to find if you just weren't familiar with the Capitol and went into the building on your own.
There it is, bro.
Yep. I mean, right in front of it, it's, and like you said, we both said it, it's, there's hopefully, hopefully they turn around and they do, let them, let them guys go, you know, free them poor bastards,
Right.
you know, that they didn't do nothing, that they didn't kill nobody. They don't need to be sitting there locked up forever, especially if it,
Well, here's the thing.
if the feds were right there instigating the whole situation and going right through there, and there's, I know you've seen it. There's video of them fucking turn around and arresting it, protesters, and then turn around and there's footage of it where they turn around, uncuffed them, and fist bumped them. Like, man, good job for starting some shit out there, and it's just fucked up, that they just, those damn people would turn around and just shit on their own fucking people that bad and try to start a fucking civil war. I mean, that's really, it could have
Right.
possibly got to that point, if cooler heads hadn't prevailed. But it sure could have got that way.
Right. This wedge that these people try to play between black people, brown people, Asian people, like it's, you know, the they want the Democrats, and I'm not even gonna say Democrats because I still believe that I'm a Democrat at heart. These leftist maniacs have figured out how to silo all these people. They've got, you know, their 40-year-old blonde haired soccer mom in their silo. They've got poor, you know, um, poor people in their silo. They've got black people in their silo. They've got Latino people in their silo, which is different than the silo that the immigration people are in. They put everybody in their silos and they're good at managing that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I just, it's,
It's
the social,
bad. I mean,
social media is good at it. And what they're trying to do now, dude, I believe that, I think that just because Trump has won does not mean that we've got an easy road ahead of us. I think that we're going to experience some of the same types of issues that we had back in 2020, where some incident's going to happen and there's going to be a social media, social justice campaign that's going to sweep through America. And all of a sudden, cities like Memphis, Tennessee are going to have to give away their city parks in the fear of Black Lives Matter retaliation, except this time maybe it's the Palestinian liberation movement, or maybe it's the immigration movement, but they're going to pull the silo out of their pocket somewhere, and they're going to figure out which card to put down. that gets the
It probably
most traction and reaction.
and probably that, that's you see over in Britain and England over there right now, and they're marching the streets and stuff. And when they had that protest in New York, um, for so I mean, that's that's the card that's coming. I mean, that's the one. They don't care about nobody else. They show that. All races were affected in North Carolina and Florida, and they send them $750, but we're going to send Ukraine, you know, billions of dollars. They're going to help spend money over here, over in the Middle East, more and more and more. That's
Right.
it's that's the you know that's the issue. They don't care about us. They never did care about us. We're just pawns of their little bullshit. Sad but true. But what you were saying about, you feel like you're still a Democrat. It's kind of like, have you listened to Bill Maher lately? His takes on a lot of things, or he's been
Bill has had
busting
a
up.
big awakening over the last year to 18 months. You know what I mean? And I'm
He
really
has,
proud of
and
Bill.
he is, and he sit there and says, hey, he's still, he's an old school Democrat, but these far reaching left, which we've said on our show, it's okay if you're on the left and and if you're on the right, that's fine. It's nothing wrong with that. There's some balance to it, because a lot of people that are on the left, they still got some ideas of what the same ideas as the right, and vice versa. Some of the guys on the right and gals, had the same thoughts and philosophies as on the left. But when you get these extremist son of bitches on each side, that's the ones that cause the most. Those are the ones that are getting the most attention on social media. They're the ones that get the most attention on news media. They're the smallest percentage of people. It's always like this. They always push the smallest percentage on the media every time. Everything is the smallest point of whatever. Excuse me. That's the ones they're pushing, and they're not the common ground. They're not. That's why you saw so many. If you look into it, so many Democrats voted for Trump this year because their party had forgot about them. There's so many Democrats that come out and said that their party has forgot about them because they want to be on the same extreme side. You know, it's our way or the highway. We're going to be extremists. We can't have this. We got to have, all this bullshit, and they don't work that way. In life you have to have balance. You have to have a little give and take, and you can have that. But when you're on one side extreme or other, that's just chaos, and you will not. It, it does not help anybody, and will never help us. And
No,
but
no.
that's what the Hollywood fuckers and stuff, which they're all about to. Hopefully, all of them are going. We're going to find all their um, true selves really soon. All all things come to light. Oh, hold me. Where's it at? Where's my buddy at? Here you hide that damn thing. Where you at? Hide. Right here on my damn screen. I got my damn. Oh, there it is. I got my mic right in my damn way. To be honest. But
All
my
lies will
buddy
be
right here.
exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Right.
Wait a minute now. All truth come to the light. I think it messed up. Try it
All
again.
lies will be exposed. That's all. All lies will be exposed. That's
There we
all.
go.
And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
All of it. All this coming out. Everything's
you
coming
know,
out.
uh,
And
there's a part two, right?
yeah, I heard something that they're going to come back at. I mean,
Well,
which uh
apparently it was recorded on the same day.
oh, I didn't know that part.
So my understanding is that this interview was recorded the same day, shortly after the first one wrapped, and they went into some other shit, and this was supposed to drop on a particular day. But I'm looking now online, and nothing says there's nothing about it anywhere. It says they're hinting about it, but they haven't dropped anything. You know, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. You know what I mean? You
For
know,
sure. For sure.
you know. Right.
For sure.
Man, I really hate that that didn't play right. Maybe I should have done that before it was uploaded all that shit to. I used to have it on YouTube. Man, I had all this stuff up, and then when I got suspended, a lot of it got scrubbed from online. And then what little bit remained when I found out that I was blackballed from my old employer, um, I started pulling some stuff down. And then I guess it was about 18 months ago when I kind of settled in to I don't care. I'm not gonna hide or bend, tiptoe around who I am, or what my feelings are just to fit in and blend in and have more friends. Fuck that. I am who I am. And either you respect me and love me for who I am, or you can just go get fucked.
that's that's it, man. That's it. Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you don't like me because of something I believe, but yet I'm good to you, and man, you have got some deep seated issues. You know,
you know
Here,
what?
let me tell you something, Ricky. Let me tell you something. There was a person that tagged me on the FBI page that was part of the Memphis comedy scene that I would call anytime there was an extra part at our casino that we were hiring for extras. Anytime we needed a body for photographs, I'd bring this person over. Um, ate dinner at my house. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to tag me like I'm a criminal just because I was there. What about all the
No,
people that were at the riots when America burned in 2020? The same people that supported all of that, the same people that posted stories and memes and actual their own words saying, burn it down. And then you tagging me on an FBI page just because I was in Washington, D.C. on January 6th? Sure
yeah, that's
seems
pretty
kind of crazy, huh? I'm
little
supposed
sus
to
there.
I'm supposed to respect you for your opinion, but let me say something you don't like. Let me just wear this
It's
shirt and say Alex Jones was right.
it's a one-way street on so many people. So many people is either their way, you're supposed to either agree with them, and that's it, and you can't have your own thought process or nothing. But I mean, you see it more and more. But even like I've seen it in my own life, in my 45 years I've been here. I've seen it a bunch of times, but you know that people do people dirty, but make you look like the bad guy. Eventually, that's going to come to light. It's not going to be. Sometimes it takes a year, it takes 2 years, sometimes it takes three. But at the end of the day, the truth will be brought to light, and then others will see. Oh, wait a minute, we shouldn't have probably turned our back on Ricky. The other person was wrong, and they were
Right,
and it happens. Uh, you know, which me personally, on the stuff like this, I'm gonna be like just like you said, I'm gonna be me to no matter what. Love me or hate me, I'm gonna
right,
speak what I think, and it is what it is, and I'm gonna go who I am, and that's it. That's all you can be. If you're true and honest, and that's it. You can't if you're not fake. That's what so many people want you to be fake. It seems like it's the cool thing to be fake. So you fake in front of this person and all that. That takes too much energy. Just
right,
be yourself, be real, and the right people will be around you when you need them. uh, I was thinking in my head I was gonna be a joke, and I was like, well, I know one person didn't turn you into the feds or turn his back on you. I didn't even know you that long. It was
Right.
right after I really met you, stuff. But
Right.
it's
Yeah, I tell you what I
but I
do
was
appreciate. Let me tell you. So I lost my announcing gig not too long after that with my promotion here in Memphis, right? And they immediately brought me back on, and I appreciate them for that. But the people that reached out to me across the MMA community that are like pro level shit, man. Like one dude is a coach for multiple people in the UFC, man. And he reached out to me and was like, Jamie, he goes, don't let these people keep you down, man. Keep your head up, bro. And I'm like, damn, I appreciate that, man. Bobo, man, listen, dude, thank you. You know, um, and there are other people that reach out to me and they commend me on having the balls and the fortitude to actually fucking say what I think and not be silenced and not, you know, you know, pity patter around the bullshit, man, because they're saying, man, God, I wish I could be as free as you. Man, fuck that, dude. Be free,
do
man. Fucking do it, man. Fucking do it. The problem is I think there are more and more and more people that truly believe and feel the way that we do towards this shit. But everybody walks around, like you said, trying to keep the status quo, not not trying to tip the glass over. Fuck that bitch, man. Throw that glass in someone's face if it needs to be.
I mean,
I
it's
mean,
I mean, it's even biblical. It's if you want even want to get biblical on it. I mean, it says in the Bible, you're not supposed to ride that fence. You ain't supposed to be
no,
teeter tottering across that
no.
fence. That's the ones. It's either be one on side or the other. It's
Right.
um yeah. Some of people are afraid to hurt people's feelings or you don't have to be mean to people, but just they're so worried about well somebody might be mad at me. No matter what you do in life, period, for the love of God, if you haven't figured it out now, me and Jamie are going to tell you right now. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, you're going to piss somebody the fuck off.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
If you like strawberry fucking ice cream, somebody's going to be mad at you because you
I
like
can't
strawberry.
believe you like strawberry. It's so fucking
It's
disgusting. You make me sick.
exactly. Don't matter what you do. I like sunshine days. Ah, fuck that. I like a raining day. I'm like, whatever you do, you cannot
Y-
make everybody happy.
You ever know
So
that sometimes on
F
social
them
media,
all.
they're just a motherfucker that shows up just to disagree with you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I used to allow those people to tread my waters, and now I just delete them. There was a guy in Memphis. I don't even know if I want to throw his name. Like, you know what? I will. Check this out. Because he came down on me over the whole January 6th and Donald Trump thing. Raul Patel dogged me so fucking bad online.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh
To
hell.
the point that I just deleted him. I couldn't
Mr.
fucking.
V3 Buster.
Yeah, Mr. Memphis MMA himself, I guess. But he dogged me there for a little while. I don't know if he's got anything creative to say now because I've not seen him. But I am going to ask him when I do see him again if he's still got anything he'd like to say.
I
But
haven't seen him in years.
he dogged me there for a minute, and it's just I just find it crazy the people that yeah, it is what it is, man. Like it's funny, And but let me tell you what is great is I had a couple MMA people that dogged out on me after the whole January 6th thing that came back around and actually did be like, "Damn, man, you a pretty cool dude." I'm like, dude, just don't believe what other people say or what you think. Find out for yourself. And so,
Well, that's a lot of it was, they were on the media, it was a social, the news media. And of course, it's it's amazing what's happened in the last, 5 years, 4 years.
right. Yeah.
How's the media is so damned and nobody pays attention to it now. I mean, even then people are still kind of like, well, it should have been on the news, so it
Bro,
must be true.
like
Like, what the hell?
if I posted anything that went against the narrative of what CNN said, Raw would be the first person to fucking show up and be like, man, I can't believe, and I'm just like, damn, dude, fuck, man. Yeah, good for him. Good
Yeah,
for him.
it's
Just,
he might have just been a troll. He just might have just wanted to troll you.
I don't
That's
know. I don't know.
you know what I'm saying. I know there's some that do that, just like to fuck with people. They say shit, just to troll and see them get on their skin. You know,
Well,
like my little buddy Jesse, he likes the OG troll of Memphis MMA, but yeah, you got a lot of people like that. They see the media, and with the mask and stuff and all that kind of stuff, and they're blasting people. If you don't
if
have, I
you
can't believe it.
if you wore a mask in your car or outside, I give zero fucks about your opinion. Right there.
I mean, I understand on one side. Me, I can see, you got told about all this shit, and now it comes out now like, oh, it was bullshit. I mean, I was talking with somebody a while back, and I was like, but you think about it, I said, well, I took it off and on when I was eating, but every time you touch that mask with your hands that were dirty, you contaminate that mask. People didn't think about it. I saw people smoking cigarettes with gloves on, and you know,
This is my
the only
favorite
thing.
mask look. Here's my
This is the
favorite
only thing I
mask.
wore. I wore these neck gaiters. I would wear a neck gaiter, and I had it on my neck a lot of times. I had this on because it's cold. It's fucking cold as shit. But, um, you know, if they fuck with me hard enough, I'll pull my neck gaiter up and like fuck you, and then keep on walking. Unless except for that, I was at the museum. I went to Gatlinburg during the whole COVID shit. I traveled all over the place. I didn't give a rat's ass. I went everywhere. Um, but I went to fights. I went to vacations. I didn't care, but I went out there and I was cool as hell until I went to this stupid museum and this crazy ass woman was like, "You're going to take some hand sanitizer." I said, "No, the fuck I ain't." I was like, "You're getting some." I'm like, "I'm not. Just tell me not to touch shit." But don't show some shit like, are you a fucking doctor? What the fuck are you? And she shot hand sanitizer at my hand and got on my hand. And right in front of her, I just wiped it on the fucking wall. I just scrubbed it on the fucking wall. And she was pissed. I'm like, okay, fuck you. You fucking putting shit on me. I was like, I should fucking sue the fuck out of you. And I just walked away. And I was like, let me calm down. I got the little one, got the little
Right.
grandbaby here.
Man,
Let me
people
go
just
to jail today for throwing this bitch off in the water over here.
so I've had a shift in my emotions on how I deal with these people, okay? Because like even take the people that fuck with me online, right? I don't hate those people, right? I feel sad for some of those people because some of those people have been so led and misguided that they're stuck in this reality now that if anything is faulty with that version of their reality, these people can't handle it. They were so sold on COVID and the vaccines and the mask and Donald Trump's a racist. And, if any of that just doesn't fit their narrative, their entire fucking world comes crumbling down, man. You know? Um, so now I feel sorry for some of these people. I look at them. I look at them like a little kid that just doesn't know any better but keeps talking about the subject that he has no clue about. And I just kind of look at him and just nod. And then I walk away and I'm like, man, I feel sorry for that stupid motherfucker.
That's the
You
best thing
know,
you can do.
like,
Like that's it. That's kind of like and because they're not. There's some that's so brainwashed and so head in the sand and so hooded up their ass that they won't come out of that shell no matter what. Even with the news media tell them that it was what they did, and it was everything was bullshit. They still have it programmed in their mind so bad that they can't
I
come out of
wish
it. They
I wish I wish that I could get all the people that ask me, "Are you a doctor?" all together in one room and go, "Hey guys, listen, I just want to follow up. I know it's been a minute since you've pulled the 'Are you a doctor?' thing because I said something about ivermectin or hydrochloroquine, or that maybe it was actually found in a lab. Are
Yeah,
you
they
a
did say
doctor? I just, hey, can we recircle this? How are you guys dealing with life now that you found out you're just completely fucking wrong? I know a girl who literally shut down her entire social media account and created another account because her shit was so batshit leftist fucking crazy that people called her out on it so much that she shut her fucking account down and created a whole new social media footprint so none of her previous bullshit could be there. That's
just
one
like
way to deal
Kumo.
with being wrong.
Like Kumo was talking when he was like, I'm taking ivermectin now. Like, well, what? Then you're not going to apologize to all the
Didn't you
people that you
demonize Joe
demonize?
Rogan?
You demonize Joe Rogan. You demonize all the people saying they're taking horse dewormer and all this shit. And then like I know so many people they were just saying the same shit to news. Oh, it's dewormer, it's dewormer. I'm like, did y'all even look shit up? It won the Nobel Peace Prize for fucking saving lives. The human version saved millions of lives,
Right.
but because the media, who are paid off by these son of bitches, are telling you this. Oh, it's not true. And now they turn around. Oh, it's true. Like, come on, man. Just take 2 seconds and look. Just look the fucking shit up. No, I'm not a doctor, but you can look up if something that got the Nobel Peace Prize and save millions of human lives. Something kind of might be there.
Listen, Ricky, don't you go making sense now, okay? Don't you go making
I'm sorry.
sense.
I'm sorry. What the fuck's wrong with me? I don't know. What is wrong with me with trying to make sense?
Joe Rogan
Yeah.
just posted something tonight. Pretty interesting. When you see arguments online, how many people are real with real opinions? And how many people are a giant block of accounts that have been purchased by large organization hiring people or using AI just to have arguments and incite things online? It's not 0%. Um, you know what? In fact, I'm gonna play this. I'm just gonna play this. Hold on, if you don't mind.
Well, why are you doing that? Why are you
Yeah.
looking it up? It's like Facebook just came out and was talking about they're going to actually put AI bots. They're going to flood. They're telling us they're flooding them now. Before there's always been we've had troubles with bots all over the place and on YouTube and all that. We've seen it. If anybody's done any channels and stuff, you've seen them come up in the chat and all that bullshit especially on lives. But now they came out and said, hey, we're going to do this right now. Like it's like one, my thought process is if you're going to spend money on social media to advertise, like I have a business and I haven't done it, I've done it before. I've used social media to try to push out my business. But if I don't know what is reacting to my post that I'm spending good hard earned money for, is it bots over here clicking on my damn shit? That oh,
Right.
you got your thousand clicks that we promised you. Well, why did I only get one fucking phone call out of 1,000
Exactly.
fucking clicks?
Exactly.
Because it
Exactly.
was 999 fucking bots. And
Bullshit.
like, you know, and and exactly the same shit. You got the bots going there and spreading whatever misinformation they want to put on there and whatever they're told to put. Hey, but like we talked about at the beginning, Facebook and or did we? I don't know. We talked about it before, so I'm not sure we said it at the beginning or not. But Facebook and Instagram, they're going to be more like Twitter now.
Well,
They're doing away with the censors. They're doing away with all that shit. They're going to do away with banning people for saying stuff. They're going to have community notes like Twitter. Um, it's
where did this go? Oh, here it is right here. It's on the X page. I'm sorry. Here, I got the video for you. Check this out.
you good. That's why I was. I'll fill it in dead air there for you.
Arguing
There
with
you go.
these things on the internet, like taking away the anonymity. But here's my question. Because of that, right? So if people can just have fake accounts and people should be able to, which I think they definitely should be able to do, because of that, though, then you have to wonder when you see arguments, how many of these arguments are real people and their real opinions, and how many of these arguments are this giant block of accounts that's been purchased by a large organization that is hiring people or using AI to have arguments with people and incite things
Right.
online.
Wow.
It's not 0% people. Now,
No.
I'm saying, like, if you have a personal belief in something, like, no, they're not bots because I think that way. I'm not saying that you don't believe what you believe, and I'm not even saying that you're wrong. I'm saying that if there's any hot button cultural topic, you can fucking guarantee that some of the people talking about it aren't real. Either they're not real in that these are not their real opinions, they're being told to say these things, or they might not even be a real human. They might be an algorithm, or they're a bunch of people that have been hired whenever there's hot button cultural issues or voting issues or political issues. A lot of those people arguing are not real.
Yeah.
And there's a real question as to what the number are. Like, how much of this is like real interaction between people, and how much of this is all of this meddling that's being done. Like, they're changing the way people think about things and forcing and arguing with these things all day very persuasively on behalf of some sort of special interest group.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm.
You're not arguing with a real person, bro. On the news sites, especially all these fake profiles. Come on, man. Come on.
No,
Nuts,
they're there to instigate, just like the instigators that that was there with you, at January 6th.
That's
It's
right.
the same thing to rile people up, say shit to piss people off, just to get them to get mad and then say a bunch of stupid shit. It's and it's crazy. And people will sit there and they'll sit there for hours and argue with them. Like, you're arguing with a fucking computer, especially how smart AI is now. You're arguing with the computer right now.
Right. Usually, man. Well, brother, listen, man, I appreciate this. I got to dip, man. I'm exhausted. I got to get some food in me, man. And my one biscuit that I ate earlier is not doing it for me.
I had Chick-fil-A when after I got out of the doctor office, so I'm doing a little better, but not
Well, cool.
much.
Hopefully everything came out all right.
Yeah, I'm better. My shoulder better. So I
Cortisone?
found some. No cortisone. No, I just um got some good news. Nothing tore, nothing like that. Just
Good.
um weak muscles on the back side of my shoulder making the front ones turn and
Right.
fight each other, and
Well, I'll tell
gives
you,
me
man, next
pain.
time I
So
see you, I'll give you some of that CBD cream that I've got. And I was selling it a few years ago. The stuff's amazing. And I never sold it. I ended up keeping the majority of it and giving it away to, fight teams and just people I liked,
yeah,
I had
yeah,
freaking cases of it.
yeah. I use Biofreeze and Epsom salt baths and Lucy,
Right.
and Lucy. If I get to the point where it's really, really hurt me, then that's when I finally go see somebody, and it's like,
Right.
which is hard headed. The doctor, which um, let me look up the name of it. I want to shout my buddy out. Um, for the ones in the local area, if you're out in Arkansas and you need some help to, rehab and stuff like that, um, let me make sure I get the name right because I don't want to put the damn name wrong. Um, the Pit Recovery and Performance. They're in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Um, check out Chance Walls. He's really, really good. He really actually cares, especially if you're in the community and stuff like that. He'll work with you, and he helps a lot of people get back. And like um, my mobility when I walked into where I was walked out, like my shoulder was clicking every time I moved it,
Oh,
and by the
damn.
end it stopped clicking.
Hey,
I was
check
actually
this
able to
out.
turn my neck and my head, because I've been pushing myself because I got 3 fighters coming up on Danny's card, which the poor thing got snowed out.
I saw. So hey,
And
let me tell you something with your shoulder real quick, okay? Because I learned this the hard way. Do you go to a chiropractor at all?
once every 3 years if I need to or not.
Let me tell you, man, my chiropractor fixed my shoulder problems. You know, they couldn't figure out for the longest time what was wrong with my shoulder, and I thought I had a torn muscle or a tendon or something was fucked up. Come to find out, I got a pinched nerve, bro. The
Mhm.
chiropractor changed my freaking life, man.
I
Yeah.
can usually feel them when I have them. I know after 30 years of martial arts that I kind of feel it. I'm like, all right, and then Lucy, I can get them back and where I won't unpinch the nerve myself. But when Lucy gets to the point I can't, then I have to go and get them to adjust me and stuff like that. But yeah, but yeah, he did an hour worth of work on me, got me back to. I'm back to the good solid 65% now. I'm ready. They're in trouble. They're in trouble in class right now, which they're probably thinking like, "Damn, we having trouble Ricky
65%
beforehand."
is amazing.
It is, man. When you hit when you're 45 and doing jujitsu with these monsters every day and MMA and trying to shoot and take down and give them the best, so they can work to defend and all that
Right.
shit. It's just, man, it's brutal on your body.
Yeah, you know they in trouble
But
when they see me coming. 50 years old, halfway crippled, all these plates, screws, pins, rods. I'm coming for you, bitches. I'm coming for you. It's so much fun. I love doing it, man. I love it.
it is a bunch of fun.
Well, brother, I'm going to bail out of here, man. I appreciate you this evening.
All right, well,
Thank
go
you,
ahead and do your
Ricky.
shout outs. I
Man,
can go ahead and do your shout outs.
yeah,
What's
Ricky.
and
Ricky talked about Danny Shell's show that got moved to the 25th, I believe.
25th, yeah.
25th. It's actually going to be at the National Guard Armory down in Hernando this time.
Mm-hmm.
Little shift and change with the weather. Attitude MMA is still set February 15 coming up. Man, got Rambo back on the card, man. Raheem
I
Force is
love
going to be
Rambo.
there. We got I saw Jared Travis is now on that card. We've got um, man, who else is on that card? There's so many people I can't even freaking remember right now. But yeah, man, shout out to my people at um um God, why am I drawing a blank, man? I can't think of what the organization is called. We're going on a hunting trip next weekend. There's a handicap organization out of North Mississippi. My girl Whitney, that's the double amputee in the wheelchair. We're taking her on a hunt down in Sardis. Basically, it's a club for people with handicaps, man, and they're going to take her out for the weekend, and it's a
Oh
really
yeah,
awesome thing. Hopefully, when I'm back next time, man, I'll have a link for you and post it. Let people check it out. If you want to
for
give to
sure.
something, it's something really cool, man. They do cool things for people. So, but yeah,
Hell
man,
yeah,
good times, man. I appreciate it.
hell, hell yeah. We got a hell of a chat on both the YouTube and Rumble. Rumble is always kicking. We do the shout outs on our Rumble. We got James from Salcedo Paranormal. He just popped up. Hiker emoji. She's guaranteed going to be there with us. And Sweets, like just our
Always.
two number ones. I can't even say ones. Number one, number one, two. They're more number ones. Um, we got Wally's World. Good Wally from Kentucky. He popped in here. Jess from Escape to Simulation was here. Uh, Marie is on here on the YouTube. My buddy Dustin popped in on the YouTube. I don't know if he's still listening or not. Nightmare. Um, and of course, let's see. Anybody else? We got. I don't know if I'm gonna say this wrong. If I do, I apologize. Ephemerits or something like that in the Rumble. The first time I've seen you on there, so I appreciate you coming in. I hope you follow and like and share and stuff like that. We do this every Wednesday at 8:30 Central Time. Sometimes we got Dave with us. Dave had some issues; he couldn't be here with us today, but sometimes we swap it back and forth. it's me and Jamie, or me and Dave, or me and Jamie and Dave, and we got special guests that come on, and we'll talk about anything and everything. We've been kind of leaning
Anything and
more.
everything.
We don't give a damn. Anything is possible, and we'll talk about any damn thing we can find out. Whatever y'all interested in.
We really wanted to talk about drones and UAPs, but they seem to have fallen off the radar in the last week.
Yeah.
I wonder where
And
they went.
the fog disappeared, and hiker said that all of a sudden the fog just stopped showing up. Herschel, uh, Herschel Sterling was in or on the Rumble. Let's see who else we got. That's it. So I just want to make sure I shout everybody out. I try to do that every show. I appreciate y'all for real. Like y'all keep coming back and listen to our rambling, and I I appreciate y'all. This is us, y'all see what you get. We're not writing off any scripts. We don't have nothing like that. No
This is real as
teleprompters.
it gets.
We are shooting off the hip, two guns blazing some days, so I appreciate y'all, and like I said, y'all, we're gonna keep on doing this, and it's like y'all make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe, um, share it with your friends if you like this kind of content. We Mondays I usually post shorts, and then also Wednesdays I post a pre-recorded podcast about different subjects. So check that out. Just had one. Just had one pop today. Was the I forget. I got them so far ahead. I forget what I even post anymore. But I swear I had. Well, I got to do that to kind of the Cicada 3301 and the TV show The Lost Symbol. I talked about those, and so if you want to check that out, if you listen to the whole thing, I got something in the very end that'll make you laugh, and so if you got to watch the whole thing, for you can hit the very end, so you'll hear something just random as f, and it'll make you smile and laugh. I hope so. Check that out, and like I said, we'll be back next week. Hopefully, the whole crew is back together next week, and I'm sure there's going to be more chaos in the world we can talk about, and we might have bought Britain by then. Hell, you never know. Shit, it's crazy things. Canada or Greenland. Greenland might be the next state. It might be the 51st state before it's
Big
all over
things are
with.
coming. We're going to take over Canada. We're going to take Greenland. We're going to make Mexico, northern Mexico, great again. The Panama Canal done. It's ours again. We built the canal. We have the rights to the canal. We make things happen for the canal. I'm
That's
done.
it.
I'm
That's
done.
it. No, Dave, you had to step up. We appreciate you
Dave
stepping up.
does a
No,
great
Dave.
Trump. Dave does
He
a
does
great
a
Trump.
great Trump. He does. Yeah, Cicada 34. Let me copy link address. Oh, damn it. I got two computers running, so I'm over here trying to take a link from one to send it to the other one here, and they don't work very well for some reason. I don't know why.
It does that sometimes.
Yeah, it does that sometimes. It's amazing. Well, that mouse won't go to a different computer. Why won't the Windows computer work on the Linux? What the hell? My MacBook, Apple MacBook with Linux on it. It's the perfect combination. But like I said, as again, I appreciate y'all. Like I said, I appreciate y'all all showing up and talking, and
Always.
as y'all see, we interact with the chat. We're going to, if we all got questions and stuff, the best we can, we're going to answer them, and we're here for y'all, and we're here for, to have fun, and so we sure appreciate y'all, and see y'all next week. And as always, y'all keep on keeping on, and the peace and the chicken grease. Y'all be good.
Peace and chicken grease. Beautiful, brother.